David Neal Wolves here down in Orlando at the NBC Fan Fest. You can see a few of us Wolves fans hanging out after the match over there. Disappointing way to lose. I'm not saying losing to City is any disgrace, but those second and third goals were just poor. A really soft penalty. Can't really complain that it was given, and then what Sarr was doing, I don't know. I thought he was a bit shaky at the beginning of the season, but it felt like he was starting to get back to his best. And then he goes and does that, and I think we played around with it in our own end and in our own penalty area way too much. You can't do that really against any side, but especially a team of City's quality. That's just asking for trouble, and it fits us. I'm amazed they didn't give the penalty for the slight contact on Grealish. I turned away from the screen. I just assumed they were going to give it. So, hey, that was good. So anyway, this was a free hit, really. Didn't expect anything, and that's exactly what we got. But didn't lose too badly. Preserved our goal difference advantage, and on to the next one's Liverpool. So they're a bit shakier. So maybe we can get something out of them. And then we've got a decent run where we can get some points on the board and move away from safety. That's how I'm looking at it. The results yesterday went our way. So, some decent performances. It's great to see Lamina start, get Sarabia on. I think Cunha's looking good. I thought Raul was great for the first half. Looking to be starting to get back to his best. So some positives to take from it. And like I said, we didn't expect anything today, so we just move on to the next one. And bye from Orlando. And we did actually beat Forest the last time I was at a Fan Fest.
Hi there, Chris here in Athens for Always Wolves. So Man City 3, Wolves 0. So I think it was the result I expected rather than the result I hoped for. Disappointing basically in the performance. I kind of thought we might lose 3-0 to Man City, but at least we'd give them a game and have a few chances of our own. The reality was we didn't really do that. We couldn't get out of our own half until Man City decided to let us out of our own half in the second half. And I think we hoped for a bit more than that. So it was a penalty from Neves. It was a silly one, an accident really, I think. But it was a penalty, so fair enough. Terrible pass by Jose Sarr, of course, to give the ball away. And you got Haaland, gifted him 3 goals. I mean, he'll be very happy with that. Very hard from that performance to pick a man of the match, but I think one bloke that didn't do a lot wrong, I think, was Max Kilman. And I also think, for me, the first name on the team sheet each week would be Podence. He came on, granted, when Man City was sitting back, but he came on and had 3 shots and looked the most likely to score the whole game. And not surprising that he's the one that's bagged the most goals for Wolves this season. So for me, I think he's very often man of the match, and he looks the most likely to score for Wolves at the moment. And despite the fact that we had new signings, I would still be siding with Podence. I think a bit disappointing from Neves and Núñez as well. We were really overwhelmed in the midfield. But having said that, Julian Lopetegui shouldn't be worried too much about losing away to Man City. It's Man City, and they're a different quality with a lot better players than what we've got. And so I think we have to look forward to Liverpool, bringing Liverpool back to Molineux. We definitely owe the Reds a win for Wolves, I think. So hoping for better. Always Wolves.
Hello everyone, Brighton, Thailand. So the game's just about finished. Beaten 3-0. I don't think we was ever in the game the first half. Percentage wise, Man City had loads more of the ball. Referee had a poor first half. Don't ask me why he kept on booking our players and not them. But no, 40 minutes they finally made the breakthrough from Haaland's header. Although prior to that, I think Haaland had a shot save, and also Grealish had a shot save from Sarr. So, but second half made 3 changes, and 9 minutes after that, game was dead and buried, 3-0 down. Penalty, it was a penalty. It was clumsy. Well, it wasn't a clumsy challenge. Gundogan went past Neves, and he accidentally clipped him. and then a dreadful mistake by Sarr. We never got into the game. Yeah, I think the only little bit was Podence tried to chip the keeper, but no, comprehensively beaten. Glad it wound up 3-0 and not 5 or 6. But performance, 5. And maybe Collins man of the match. 2 weeks. See you again. Bye.
This is Chris from Icefall in Norway, speaking just after the defeat to Man City. I mean, you know, you can't really judge too much on that game when you play a club who spent over billions, and all honesty, and I will say it now, I'll use this opportunity to say that Manchester City have to a large extent ruined football. You know, there's 2 games a season where you just think, I don't really want to watch. What's the point? You know you're going to get nothing out of it. And it's all about just playing these 2 games, damage reputation. We've lost 3-0 twice to them this season. And as far as it is, and I'll say it, Manchester City, PSG, and it started with Chelsea, who when they were taken over, I think it was in 2003 initially. To a large extent, it's ruined football for the genuine supporter. The only people really it serves is the classless plastics. The plastics, we all know about them, we all see them, we all go to work with them, we all see them, have to listen to their crap. Classless, fake people. Anyway, you can't judge nothing. The only thing I would say on today is, I know we like to play out from the back, and in certain situations we're quite good at it. At the same time, look, there's the time and the place. Now, that mistake by Sarr today was, it was coming, wasn't it? These last few games, it was just an accident waiting to happen. It was going to happen. And you know what? If it was going to happen, it might as well happen today in a game that was unwinnable. So at least it's out of the way. But it's, you know, sometimes just smash it long. And today was one of those days. But I do believe we have a manager who's learns by his mistakes now. And I'd like to think he'll adjust that in certain games. There's no point. There really isn't. I'm not as depressed as I normally am after a defeat because, as I say, it's one of those games that you can't win against a club like that. What can you do? The only thing I can say is move on to the next game. The results have been relatively kind to us this weekend. And damaged reputation. Not nice to say, we are where we are. Anyway, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to go now because I'll sign off. It's -15 here, my hands are freezing, and even the dog's freezing. See you later.